The ultimate battle involving both Universe 7 and Universe 11 within the Tournament of Power had now reached its finale, with Ultra Instinct Omen Vegito clashing against Universe 11's mightiest warrior Jiren, and with the battle now set following the previous manga chapter with Jiren trying everything he could to put Vegito down in a failed attempt to do so, we are now left with a new competitor having to enter the battlefield as Ultra Instinct Omen Vegito prepares to battle in what seemingly may be his final fight within the Tournament of Power. As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related, then be sure to smash that subscribe button on this channel and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload, along with giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys love Dragon Ball and anime, as well as checking out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist located down in the description box below, to where on that playlist you guys will be able to find all the latest and best Dragon Ball fan mangas created by the community for the community. So be sure to head on down below, check out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist for all the best and latest videos on Dragon Ball fan mangas, as we kick off the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Alternative Tournament of Power manga chapter special, with Toppo's battle against Frieza having to result in something happening on the tournament stage, to where Ultra Instinct Vegito and Jiren acknowledge the fact that now we seem to have a different presence on the battlefield, and that person is none other than Toppo having to finally reveal his God of Destruction power. As of course we then get to observe Frieza on the ground, Toppo then went along to comment, now that they are taken care of, I should help Jiren. As Android 17 is shown hiding behind some rocks, he went along to comment, that was close, he thinks Frieza and I are eliminated. Careless fool, with 17 acknowledging the fact that Toppo made a huge mistake, and that's asserting the position that he feels like Frieza and Android 17 are gone, and that Toppo now feels the need to help Jiren in his battle against Ultra Instinct Omen Vegito. And with Toppo having to touch down, we then observe how both Jiren and Toppo are side by side together, as Ultra Instinct Vegito went along to comment, what happened to you? You were different from the last time before the two of us fused. Not knowing the fact that Toppo is supposed to be the representing candidate to be the next God of Destruction of Universe 11, as we then get to see a flashback between Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta versus Toppo originally. Vegito then went along to comment, are you really the same guy from before? After all that talk about justice, now you're talking destruction? That's quite a change. As we then get to go back to Belmont, Beerus, and Toppo, Toppo went along to acknowledge justice is worthless if it can't protect our universe. As Beerus then begs the question, is he what I think he is? As Belmont responds, yes, he is the next candidate for a God of Destruction. As Beerus then went along to comment, but still not enough to defeat Vegito. I suggest you accept your fate. With Belmont then having to look at Beerus with a very nasty look on his face, Beerus basically goes on to tell Belmont, even if Toppo does have this supposed God of Destruction power, it's still not enough to put a dent in Ultra Instinct Vegito, which I think a lot of us would agree on, but this doesn't really bother Vegito, as he's staring down both Jiren and Toppo, with Toppo having to tell Jiren, let's take him on together. So, can you imagine how epic this would be if we actually got to see a concept like Ultra Instinct Omen Vegito versus the likes of both Jiren and Toppo combined? I think that in and of itself would be a very barbaric fight, considering the fact that God of Destruction Toppo is very different when compared to the original Toppo that we all know, who cared so much about justice and the Pride Troopers, but here, it would seem like Toppo and Jiren are somewhat taking a new approach, as they finally both, at the exact same time, charge right in attacking Vegito. And with Vegito having to be very cognitive, very quick, and very aware, the first move that Toppo makes, he completely misses, as Vegito is simply too fast for even Toppo. So I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below about this specific fight, and if this specific fight actually happened, would in some way, shape, or form Toppo and Jiren have a chance, or would Ultra Instinct Omen Vegito just completely obliterate, as only then Vegito simply blinks God of Destruction Toppo away. He hits him with such force that Toppo is then seen having to crash through a bunch of rocks as Jiren tries to close in from behind. And what I really love here is the fact that Jiren and Toppo seem to be synchronized, as one is trying to come from the front and the other one's trying to attack from the back. Either way, Vegito is so aware of his environment that he is preventing even their synchronized attacks from actually working and connecting, as Jiren attempts to place his hand behind Vegito in blasting him away. The first thing that Jiren does, as of course he unleashes this attack, is realize that Vegito had completely vanished. And that's because Vegito already knew that Jiren was coming, and with Jiren then having to be visibly angry, he is then quickly alerted as we get to see how Jiren's senses pick up. But by the time Jiren begins to realize what exactly is happening, Ultra Instinct Vegito hits Jiren with such precision and such speed, with such force behind the attack, that Jiren wasn't even able to register what had just happened, but instead, Vegito punches Jiren so hard that it causes Jiren to go flying out across the field, crashing through every single rock, as Jiren is shown visibly having to struggle in preventing himself from further falling off the stage. Eventually, Jiren is then shown having to raise his power level up even more to where he prevents himself from falling from the stage right near the edge, as only then Jiren begins to channel more of his energy in charging right back in. But as soon as he does so, Vegito is very much well prepared as he's anticipating Jiren's attack. So I love how each and every single time Ultra Instinct Vegito is shown having the upper hand against Jiren, despite what the outcome and what the circumstance is, Jiren is still fighting no matter if he's losing or not. And the very second we get to see Jiren collide with Vegito, all across the battlefield, all we get to see is how Jiren is trying his best to actually connect a punch on Vegito, but every single time Jiren actually attempts to strike and connect any punch or any kick, Ultra Instinct Omen Vegito is easily, without even breaking a sweat, dodging every single one of Jiren's attacks, almost like water, so easy and so nonchalantly having to do so, as only then we get to observe how we get to see Vegito close up, with Vegito shown visibly angry, having to let out a ferocious scream, and because of this, Vegito then begins to raise his energy up even more to where Toppo and Jiren both get blown back. So much so that now Vegito is starting to showcase more of his power, and now this is becoming a very big problem for Universe 11. But that doesn't prevent Toppo from sticking his hand out and shooting out multiple Hakkais left and right, Hakkai after Hakkai after Hakkai, in hopes of actually destroying Vegito. But with Vegito welcoming all of Toppo's Hakkai attacks, what's very interesting about this situation is the fact that we get to see how Vegito actually grabs on to Toppo's Hakkai attacks and converts them into his own energy blast. So essentially what Ultra Instinct Omen Vegito did was turn his opponent's attacks into his own, and thus relaunching his own enemy's attacks at them, as Toppo is shown very angry in the fact that Vegito was able to convert his own Hakkai attacks into opposing blasts that are heading right for him. What Toppo ends up doing is grabbing onto Vegito's attacks in hopes of actually deflecting them, as only then by the end the manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now, two things. Number one, this was a very interesting story considering the fact that this person is a young and upcoming manga artist that wants to tell an alternative story to the Tournament of Power, which I have to give him credit in having to put out something with the best of his ability, even though the art and the text and everything about this fan manga isn't necessarily considered the best. I will give this creator props for actually trying, as I do encourage you guys to follow him and support him on DeviantArt, but there is no other continuation to this, as he decided to end things with manga chapter number 40 right before Vegito's initial battle with Jiren and Toppo reaches its finale. I will say that in my own opinion, if we did get to see in some way Vegito show up during the Tournament of Power, I have no doubt that Jiren by himself without Ultra Instinct would probably be able to take on Vegito effortlessly. But if Vegito had Ultra Instinct, then I do believe that from the start of the fight, there is absolutely no way that Toppo or Jiren or anybody else do I think would even stand a chance in actually putting a dent in Ultra Instinct Omen Vegito, let alone mastered Ultra Instinct. But what I do think is that a lot of these fan mangas ought to be continued and worked on down the line, because there have been so many fan mangas like this that have gone to be incompleted. We may never have a continuation featuring Ultra Instinct Omen Vegito versus Toppo or Jiren, but if someone out there in the community wants to pick things up and continue where this creator left off, then I do encourage you guys to do so, because one of the downfalls of the fan manga community is a lot of people start things and they never end up finishing them. So I would really love to see how this would end up in terms of seeing Vegito either defuse or win the Tournament of Power, or even seeing a full power Jiren and Toppo battle against an Ultra Instinct Omen Vegito, which I think that it would be a very interesting concept to see. But in the end, I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. If we did see a version of Ultra Instinct Omen Vegito, would he win? Would he defuse? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching once more. If, of course, you guys are new to the channel, then don't forget to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload. If, of course, you guys enjoyed the video, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up by smashing that like button down below. Guys, we just reached 630,000 subscribers, so the road to 700,000 and eventually to 1 million continues. So be sure to share this video, share the channel, tell as many people as you can to support and subscribe to the channel. I want to thank you all so much for your time. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, tune back in for the next video, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys. Peace. And a quick little reminder before you guys go, if you guys are unaware, I do have a second gaming channel located down in the description box below, so be sure to head on over to Unreal Royale and hit that subscribe button along with turning on all notifications, as to there, you guys will find all different kinds of gaming content that you will not get to find on UnrealEntGaming, titles and video games such as Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Gears of War, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Z Legends, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Minecraft, Blair Witch, and many other retro games on that channel. So if you guys are into gaming, then make sure you guys subscribe over on Unreal Royale. I want to thank you all so much for your time, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck, someone? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate! Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarot!